Good evening, everyone. My name is Oscar Garcia. I'm the President and CEO of the Mountain View Chamber of Commerce. Yeah. It's a new year, a new facility, beautiful facility here at the Oshman Jewish Community Center. And guess what? They're a chamber member, so you guys can back off on that. No, it's great. But I do want to introduce my boss, our board chair, Sherry Sagers. She is the Chief Government Relations Officer with Lucille Packard Children's Hospital.
Oscar, thank you. And I want to add my welcome as well. This is the 18th annual Celebration of Leaders event, and so we are so delighted to see all of you here this evening. It's your participation that makes this event such a great success. A little bit, though, on the history. The Celebration of Leaders event started as a chamber-only event, and then we just recognized our members and we installed our new board, which is nice, but we realized we wanted to do more. And so Mike Couch, a past board chair, suggested that we should include the community and the community's nonprofits. And this fits well with one of our core values, which is to promote the community. So this evening, we hope that you mingle, make new friends, and let's celebrate all of our leaders. Thank you.
Okay, I wanted to introduce some of our elected officials that are here with us. So if you can please stand when I call your name. First off, we have from the Office of Assemblymember Rich Gordon, Representative Joey Vaughn. In Office of Senator Jerry Hill for District 13, Joshua, is it Barros? All right. We have our Mountain View Mayor, John Inks. Mountain View Vice Mayor, Chris Clark. Mountain View Council Member, Margaret Abakoga. Los Altos Council Member, Jeannie Bruins. Santa Clara Valley Water District Board of Directors, Brian Schmidt. And then Foothill De Anza Board of Trustee, Laura Casas-Fryer. The Mountain View Los Altos High School Board of Trustees, Susan Sweely. Mountain View Los Altos High School Board of Trustees, Judy Hanneman. And also Mountain View Los Altos High School Board of Trustees, Joe Michner. And from the Mountain View Westman School District Board of Trustees, Bill Lambert. Thank you. Good. Did I miss anyone? Nope. All right.
I sort of forewarned Oscar that it's dangerous giving me the mic. Yeah. So it's always nice to recognize our elected officials, and I think that's absolutely essential. But I'm really jazzed when I look around the room. We have a number of former elected officials here. But rather than introducing them individually, I would just like them to stand up because they've given great public service to us as well, and they're all here. And so I will call you out if you don't stand up. So if you're a former elected official, please stand. Because it's really great to see that their commitment to public service in the community is continuing. I'm really excited to introduce the rest of the board of directors of the Mountain View Chamber, and I think we have a dynamite board. But because there's a lot of folks, which I'm thrilled, I'm going to ask everybody if we can hold the applause until the end, and then we'll give them a great big round of applause. But board members, when I call your name, please stand. And we'll start with Matt Butler. We're going to hold the applause till the end. And Matt is with Exceed Financial Credit Union, and he's the vice chair of membership. Lisa Marie Carlson from Microsoft. Kim Kofer from Coldwell Banker. Cecile Courier from El Camino Hospital. Lonnie Gary from Young Cray and Company. Shiva, I'm going to do it again. Shiva Gassimi from Shiva Gassimi Vanny from Fenwick and West. Craig Goldman from the Mountain View Wisman School District. Cynthia Greaves from the Palo Alto Medical Foundation. Dr. Barry Groves from the Mountain View Los Altos High School District. Young Han from Go Volunteer. Now, I know she's not here, but we're going to honor her anyway. Carolyn Hopkins Vasquez, who's our vice chair of programs, and Tide House Cafe and Brewery, and a brand new mom. John Igo from Google. I thought I saw John, yes. Joe Isaacs, who's our treasurer from Pacific Gas and Electric. Donald James from NASA Ames Research Center. And learned something really interesting the other day. Most of you might have known this, but every astronaut who's gone into space at some point has come through NASA Ames. Yes. David Jude, who's our immediate past chair from Dynamic Strategic Alignment. Dr. Judy Miner from Foothill College. Tom Myers from the Community Services Agency. Ken Rosenberg, who's our chair-elect from Morgan Stanley. Jeff Weinberg from JW Catering. And then I'm from Lucille Packard Children's Hospital. Please join me in welcome. Now, in addition to celebrating all our great leaders, this is a fundraiser. And so if you haven't bought a ticket yet, our volunteers and staff members will be circulating to give you another chance to buy those tickets. And if you want to go check while we're eating dinner on how your silent auction's going, the silent auction will end at 8 p.m. And it's now in the back of the ballroom, so you don't have to leave this room. And the bar will be open through dinner.
And one last thing, also, if you haven't gotten a chance to get your photo taken, it's actually pretty cool. The photo booth that's out there, you can get a printout, or you can email it, or put it up on Facebook instantly. So thank you very much, and enjoy your dinner, and we'll be back up here shortly. Okay, we are going to start off our evening by having our nonprofits recognize their volunteers of the year. One of the Chamber's core values is to promote the community. And each year, we partner with several local nonprofits to celebrate leaders in our community. In a moment, we're going to hear from 7 incredible nonprofits as they recognize their volunteers of the year. Last weekend, the 49ers earned a trip to the Super Bowl. Come on, let's hear it, you guys. In the spirit of unity, we love the Raiders too, okay? Well, this evening we have our own champions in the house, you guys. These are individuals who have devoted their time, their energy, and their passion to causes greater than their own. These are individuals who ask not what's in it for them, but rather what more can they do for others. These are our neighbors, our friends, family members who shy from recognition of their noble deeds, but don't hesitate to extend their hand to those in need. They are champions in our community whose generosity is impacting us today and for years to come. Please help me welcome our first partner to recognize their Volunteer of the Year, the Community Health Awareness Council, better known as CHAC.
Thank you very much. As president of CHAC's Board of Directors, I'm very honored tonight to be presenting the Volunteer of the Year Award to Cole Hamlin. He has served as a volunteer member of our board for the past 10 years, including serving a term as vice president. As a board member, he's recognized for using his strong business savvy combined with his commitment to CHAC's mission to benefit kids in our schools and families in our community. Cole is a 35-year resident of Mountain View and a 44-year veteran of the global high-tech industry. Originally from New York City, he graduated from Pepperdine with a master's in organization development. As a pioneer in high-tech human resource management, he's held senior positions with several iconic companies. While Cole has since retired from a corporate leadership role, he maintains an active consulting practice in human resources management, organization development, and certified career coaching, where he maintains an open door for up-and-coming young colleagues in the field. Cole's desire to give back to the community began at a very early age. While growing up in Harlem, he was elected youth rep as the Board of Directors of Harlem Youth Opportunities Unlimited Act in 1964. He worked with the social activism organization to increase opportunities in education and employment for young African Americans in Harlem, as well as teach residents how to work with government agencies. Since moving to the Bay Area, he's utilized his human resource management skills to serve as board member and president of the Northern California Human Resource Association, formerly called Santa Clara Valley Personnel Association. He's also served as vice president of the board of CASA WOMA, now called Next Door, an organization that seeks to end domestic violence and promote safety for battered women and their children. Cole is currently on the board of VTF Services, where he first met CHAC's executive director, Monique Kane, and was introduced to CHAC. And we are almost finished. Some of you may also recognize Cole's name from his performance as a professional jazz musician and the leader of the Cole Hamlin Trio. A professional bass player since his early teens, Cole has performed locally with many top show business names and has also donated his musical talents to many charitable organizations, including performing at a few CHAC events. Congratulations to Cole, and thank you for your commitment and dedication to helping our local youth and families with CHAC. Thank you. Thank you.
Our second award will be presented by the Community Services Agency.
I guess I'm not supposed to touch that, sorry. Oops, sorry, Oscar. Good evening, I'm Tom Myers. I'm the Executive Director at Community Services Agency, and it's my... I'll pay you later. Thank you. It is my pleasure and my privilege tonight to honor our outgoing board president, Jeannie Bruins. Last year, you may remember we honored two volunteers, Barry and Diane Kavanaugh, that I talked about how leadership was actually not always at the forefront, that sometimes leadership was behind the scenes. This year, we go the actual extreme opposite direction. Jeannie Bruins has been at the forefront of almost every kind of thing you can imagine in our community, in Mountain View and Los Altos, and for us at Community Services Agency. She was a strong leader, and I can tell you, as someone who has worked with a multitude of board presidents over the years, she has been an incredible mentor to me as well on a number of different things. She and I talked quite frequently about a number of issues, and she was quite helpful to me very personally on a number of issues around management that I thought was really beneficial to the agency. But beyond all of that, beyond working with us at CSA, she is incredibly involved in the community. And that's one of the things when we honor people at CSA, we want to make sure we're honoring people that aren't just involved at CSA, but involved in the community. And you can see, if you look at the litany of things that she's involved in, that Jeannie has been involved in a wide variety and diversity of things in our community, from education to planning with the Los Altos Planning Commission. And now, just recently, we have an incredible advocate and a wonderful voice, as Jeannie's just been elected to the Los Altos City Council. And I can tell you, and I haven't told you that yet, Jeannie, but I can tell you it is really wonderful when I open up the town crier each week and see this incredible breath of fresh air on the Los Altos City Council with Jeannie Bruins there. So, like I said, read the bio in the thing, because the litany goes on and on and on, and we would be up here for 5-10 minutes if I were to say everything she's been involved in. But she's been an incredible inspiration to all of us at CSA. So on behalf of all of us at CSA, Jeannie, thank you very much.
One moment, you guys. Let's just get the right presentation up here. Okay, so for our next award, we have the Day Worker Center of Mountain View.
Well, hello, everyone, and it's interesting to be here this evening celebrating Mountain View leaders in the city of Palo Alto. But I have 7 certificates from the city to present tonight. And these certificates are from the City of Mountain View, and it's a certificate of recognition. And it is from the City Council, and we're going to present some certificates. The first one I'd like to call up is from StatCom, Mr. Bill Wood. Is he here?
Just doing the Day Worker Center, not yet.
Oh, the Day Worker Center.
Yeah.
I don't have those.
Yeah, we have it right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay. So, no, we're good. We're good. Yeah, we'll go over that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? Well, my name is Maria Marroquin, and I am the woohoo, yes. And thank you, my dear friends. I am the executive director of the Day Worker Center of Mountain View. Probably some of you at this point, you don't know what a magic place you have close to you. We are in 113 Escuela Avenue, and I take this great opportunity to invite you to go and visit us. You will find a wonderful people there, talented workers just ready to serve. Our slogan is, Day Workers Ready to Serve. So please go there and take this opportunity to ease your life. So I'm so happy and honored to be here and have an opportunity to honor my dear friend, Christine Chadwell. But I just want to thank you. I know, thank you so much for joining me in this great moment in our history. But I want to also salute the Chamber of Commerce for giving us to this great opportunity to all of us. Without them and without this gorgeous place and great efforts, probably it's going to be hard to honor and recognize people like my dear friend, Christine Chadwell. At this point, probably you already read her little background, so she is so humble, but she has a great achievements in her life. We are so lucky and so fortunate to have her in our lives. She is behind all the beautiful things that happen every single day in our center. So she made possible that our dream came true. Just have the day laborers art exhibit in the rotunda in our wonderful, wonderful city, Mountain View City Hall. So as my predecessor, Tom Meyer said, I can take many hours just explain and tell you how many wonderful things my dear friend Christine Chadwell has been done for us. But you see, so she is a humble and wonderful, and this opportunity is just, I want you to join me and give really a great round of applause for her and for this wonderful event. Thank you, my dear Christine, for enlightening our lives and be with us through our days. Thank you very much, please. And for all of you who spend this wonderful night just recognizing people like her and all the wonderful job around our nonprofit organization and these surrounding areas. Thank you very much, and keep enjoying the night. This is your night.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you Next up is the El Camino YMCA.
Good evening. I'm Jenny Rebecca from the El Camino YMCA, and I have the privilege this evening of honoring Dorothy Jean Tittle for her support of all of the military families in our community. She's helped them adapt to their new situation and provided support for them while they're here on Moffett Field. Jeannie became a volunteer in the community while assisting the Moffett Field Chapel with worship services, Sunday schools, vacation Bible schools, youth groups, tree lighting festivals, and other events within the community. Jeannie followed her calling by becoming an integral part of the community, supporting our military socially and spiritually through the many events held within the Moffett Field community. It is my honor to present Jeannie Tittle with the Volunteer of the Year Award on behalf of the El Camino YMCA.
Okay, and next we have Friends of Stevens Creek Trail.
Come on up close. Our volunteer of the year is Roy Verley, who finally had to leave our board because he's moved to Aptos with his lovely wife, Colette. We're going to miss him. Roy's had an illustrious career. He was the communications director for Hewlett-Packard, that local little electronics company, and their philanthropy director. He's also been the communications manager for UC Merced, getting him going. And he found a lot of time for us. He was constantly volunteering at our events. He was our president for several years. We tried to keep him, but he could only stay for so long. He had a personal life. And he's telling me that he's having fun riding his bike. It's 25,000 miles worth now on that bicycle.
At least.
Yes. So, Roy, thank you. And have more fun on that bicycle.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you.
Next up is KMVT Community Television.
Hello, everybody. You all having a good night tonight? Yes, very good. First off, I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event. It's very special. A year ago, I got to step up on the podium here and represent and support and honor one of our volunteers. And, you know, each and every one of us do a lot of volunteer work out there. So thank you to everyone out there in the crowd tonight for volunteering and doing what you do in our community. Because without all of us and without all of our volunteers who represent our nonprofits, we could not do that. So thank you. KMVT is your local community television station. We cover Mountain View, Los Altos, and Cupertino. And I am honored tonight that I get to work with so many volunteers on a daily basis. Not only are they volunteering, but they're coming in and training, and sometimes they become volunteers and sometimes they don't. But at the end of the day, they get to walk away learning about media and understanding what media is all about and how it can play a role in their lives. Tonight, I'm standing here with Brian Craker, and I am honored to be representing him and honoring him for what he does in our community. He came into KMVT about 1.5 years ago, and I got to know him right as I was starting. He took one of our workshops, decided to learn video production, and from there, he just expanded and exploded. He has gotten involved in working with every program that we are involved in producing. He volunteers when we need him, out in the cold. Here we are complaining about 30-degree weather, right? I'll be the first to say I was too until I went to New York last week and it was 9 degrees. And I remembered, okay, 30-degree weather's not that bad. But here Brian is running across the fields, doing sporting events, lugging equipment across the field, doing whatever needs to be done to make sure that we're bringing you local sports coverage, bringing you local television and fun shows about what's happening in the community. So tonight, I am honored to represent this invaluable volunteer who goes out of his way and last year spent the time during youth camps for 14 weeks working with youth and teaching them how to do video production and what the understanding of media is and what they're learning. So Brian has expanded his horizons and continues to grow, and I expect one day he will be working with youth and in the sports department and showing people what it's all about to work with media. So Brian, we can't thank you enough for all you do and all that you do for the community and showing that volunteering in whatever capacity it may be is so important. So thank you. Congratulations, Brian.
Okay. And next, we have Leadership Mountain View, Tom McComb, but we have a short video that we're going to play.
Hi, everyone. I know lots of you out there. I'm Leanne Relfs, Chair of the Leadership Mountain View Advisory Council, and I'm very pleased to give this award to Todd McComb, our volunteer extraordinaire. So Todd is one of those volunteers who flies under the radar, but he's always there, and he doesn't like the recognition. He just wants to do it because he loves it. He's been a huge part of our Diversity Day, and we just had our Diversity Day recently, and it was a big success in large part because of Todd's work. So please join me in a round of applause for Todd McComb.
Okay.
We have something very special tonight. If you've been to our Athena luncheon, you've heard us talk about our SOAR scholarship. And so we want to talk a little bit about that tonight, and I think you'll, at the end of this brief introduction, you'll agree with me that it is an absolutely incredible program. And so to explain the SCORE scholarship, try saying that 10 times fast, yeah. I'd like to ask Oscar to come up and talk about what the scholarship is.
So just a little bit of history on the scholarship. Actually, we used to have a group, Women in Business group, was around for 20 plus years. In fact, I believe Lori Moore and Nancy, I think, were also part of the group. And they would get together once a month, and they would sell tickets at the luncheon. And the money that was collected for that was used at the end of the year to give out scholarships to 2 students, $1,500 scholarships at Foothill. And 4 years ago, kind of changed things up, and we thought about, well, why not reach out to our members and see if they are willing to give money to the scholarship. And they have. They have given last year $12,000, and that they've given through our membership donations. We don't have to pass around the hat anymore to collect money at luncheons. And this evening, we have a very special guest as well. Actually, we have Angelica Mantilla, who is one of these SOAR scholarship recipients, that's going to just tell us a little bit about what it meant for her. But before she comes up, let me just give you a little bit of background on Angelica. So Angelica was born and raised in Colombia. She came to the United States 5 years ago, not speaking any English at the age of 17. Her mother decided to immigrate to California for the purpose of providing her with an education and to open the door to opportunities. Although moving to the United States has not been an easy transition, she has been able to succeed with the support and love she has received from her teachers, mentor, and her mother. And Angelica is attending my alma mater, UC Berkeley, and is majoring in legal studies with an emphasis in human rights. So think about it, you guys. Those of you who find it hard to learn a second language, here we have someone that's at Berkeley, just in 5 years. So please, round of applause to Angelica Mantilla.
Thank you. Well, as Oscar mentioned already, I come from Colombia, from a small town located in the northeast. It's called Bucaramanga. I was raised by my mom, single mother household. I came here when I was 17, not speaking any English. I went to Mountain View High School, where I found a lot of support from my teachers, where they encouraged me to take university classes. I then transferred to Foothill College. I spent there 3 years fulfilling my prerequisites to transfer to Berkeley. That's where I am now. This is my second semester at UC Berkeley, and I'm doing legal studies, pre-law, and my goal is to go to law school after I'm done with Berkeley. Doing all of this hasn't been an easy. First, the language, the culture, not knowing anything. We came here with my mom, and the two of us, with no family support or friends, but with the support from local scholarships and including the SOAR, I'm able to go to school without the need of working. And thank you. On behalf of everyone, all of the recipients, I would like to thank everyone who created the SOAR program, and thank you.
Thank you, Angelica. And we just have a short video. We love videos here at the Chamber.
We can make it so much better. The future's ours to lose. All you can dream of, don't be afraid. Paint your picture, whatever you choose. We can paint the world a beautiful picture. Hold it up for everyone to view.
In your program, you have an insert in there for SOAR, some thank yous, and I encourage you to take some time, take it home and read it, because some of the thank you notes that we received, I tell you, for me personally, that's actually the greatest reward. It's to really hear from these students the impact that this scholarship has. And so, again, you can read it, take it home, and Sherry here to say just a little bit more about the SOAR scholarship.
So when Oscar and I were talking about the program, and he said, well, he would do the pitch. And I said, no, I actually want to do the pitch. Because I do a lot of things out in the community and involved in a lot of organizations and business groups. And one of the things we're always talking about is the need to train and educate more of our own students for our high-tech jobs. I mean, we're in the center, not only of Silicon Valley, but the innovation capital of the world. This is where dreams begin and where we can fulfill dreams. And it's a great place, and we've got some incredible young people who want to be part of that, but need a little help going to school. And we have that great opportunity to do that tonight. So I'm really proud. We've already raised $16,000, and Oscar has this goal of $20,000, which the board agreed to. But I'm a little, I'm trying to think of the right word. I'm not happy with 20,000. I think we can do more. So I want to challenge us tonight that we can raise amongst us at least another $4,000 so that we can do 20 scholarships. But I think we can go over that. I'd like to have a stretch goal. We are Silicon Valley. I want a stretch goal of $25,000. So can we raise $9,000 tonight? There's lots of ways. You can fill it out. We've got these great centerpieces with our live goldfish. And I know you want to bring goldfish home. And our great caterer, Jeff, has offered to wrap them so the water won't spill in the car. So again, I'm overly ambitious. Jeff suggested we ask for a $20 donation, but I think we should get $25. So if you'd like the centerpiece, $25 donation, all of it goes into the SOAR scholarship. If anybody wants to donate and announce their donation, that's great, but we've got the envelopes, and I think we can raise $9,000. We have 250 people here. That's not a lot each. We can do it. We can send more of our own kids to college, and they can come back and fulfill their dreams and continue the dream of Silicon Valley. So, are you all with me? We're gonna do it? Yeah. So, please help us.
Okay, thank you, Sherry. I have all your email addresses, so you better donate. So, we're in the second half now. So now it's time to recognize some amazing business professionals and companies. And Mountain View is the epicenter of Silicon Valley, let's not forget that. It's home to startups like Quixie, Quora, Spec, and many others. Some of the world's largest and most influential high-tech companies are located here. Many of today's high-tech companies can trace their roots back to Mountain View. And while we embrace technology, we are proud of our diversity and honor our past. Mountain View has 4 of our region's major healthcare organizations: Kaiser, Palo Alto Medical Foundation, El Camino Hospital, and Lucille Packard Children's Hospital. And let's also not forget the backbone of our city's economic vibrancy, the hundreds of small businesses like Meyer Appliance, Mountain View Lock, Clark's Charcoal Burger, who have been with us for decades. Mountain View also has a very strong and active nonprofit community. In our chamber, we have 32 nonprofits that are chamber members. We are a city with compassion and a spirit of giving that inspires other cities to strive for more. Last year, with the help of our members and other individuals, the chamber helped raise over $80,000 for our community. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. We should be all very proud of our city. A city of only 12 square miles is able to accomplish all this. But remember that we are only as good as the people that we attract. And this evening, we are here to recognize and celebrate the service, the greatness of outstanding individuals and businesses in our great city. The following categories we will recognize: Ambassador of the Year, Outstanding Young Business Person, Outstanding Business Person, Outstanding Organization, Outstanding New Member, Outstanding Small Business, and Outstanding Large Business. And each recipient will also receive a certificate of recognition from Mayor John Inks, Congresswoman Anna Eshoo, State Assembly Rich Gordon, State Senator Jerry Hill, and County Supervisor Joe Simidian. And to introduce our first recipient, Sherry.
Thank you, Oscar. I'm really excited that I get to introduce our Ambassador of the Year for 2013. We'd like to recognize Matt Butler of Exceed Financial Credit Union. So Matt, would you like to come up? Now, he takes his job seriously. I may be, I've been on the board for a number of years, and I received a call from him to check to see whether or not my membership was working. Okay. Go ahead. That's what I thought. You hit it. Matt was born in Folsom, California, and grew up in Fresno. He was always an active child. He played baseball and football, though his favorite sport was club hockey with the Fresno Junior Falcons. After college, he joined the U.S. Army and served 8 years while stationed on the East Coast and in Germany. He's going to be my protection tonight, because in the military, he specialized as a military policeman and was airborne trained. After serving our country, Matt attended Fresno State during the day and volunteered as a coach for boys and girls sports at Fresno Unified School District in the afternoons. After college, he was employed at credit unions in Fresno, Los Angeles, Portland, and eventually came here to Mountain View. He has 21 years of experience with credit unions, and he understands their values in a city and the role in helping a community. The various roles he has played at credit unions includes Vice President of Lending, Business Development Officer, Lending Supervisor, Branch Manager, and a Loan Officer. He recently completed his first year at Western, I'm not sure what CUNA stands for, he could tell us, Management School at Pomona College, and is scheduled to graduate in 2014. Matt is a member of the Board of Directors of Mountain View Chamber of Commerce and is an ambassador with both the Mountain View and Los Altos chambers. He is co-chair for the Mountain View Art and Wine Festival. He is also enrolled in Leadership Mountain View, and in his spare time, he enjoys spending time with his 18-year-old son, hiking and collecting baseball cards. I recently asked him, with all that he does in the community, when did he have time to work? But please join me in honoring our Ambassador of the Year, Matt Butler.
All right, second award is Outstanding Young Business Person, Claudia Cruz. Claudia, I had to send Manny all the way to New York to film that for you because I. So, Claudia Cruz, I met her in 2010 at the Art and Wine Festival. I was running around like crazy, and all of a sudden someone says, this reporter wants to talk to you. And I turned around, and it was Claudia. And she had just moved to the area, to Mountain View. And she is Patch.com in Mountain View. She is. She has a beer in one hand and a scanner on the other, okay? So, but no, Claudia, she is known, again, as the Patch Lady. And she has a master's degree from the City University of New York, Graduate School of Journalism and Business and Economic Reporting. Also has a law degree from the Ohio State University, Moritz College of Law. And she's a proud New Yorker, has been a reporter for more than 10 years. And she loves salsa dancing and is also a sports fan. So she also enjoys a lot of local food scenery and beer tasting, of course. Tide House, Francesca's. Her reporting is very well respected, and her presence in the community at many, many community events. If you haven't subscribed to the alerts on patch.com, I recommend that you do so, because she is on it. I mean, seriously, I don't know if this woman ever sleeps, but she is a one-person show and does a phenomenal job. And congratulations, Claire, for everything that you do.
Oscar, I don't know, but I think that's another new member for Yippee if she's not already. Yes. And if you don't know about Yippee, there's a lot of people in this room that can tell you it is the best young professionals organization in the Valley, bar none. Our next award is for our outstanding business person, Christine Tran. So Christine, come join me. Christine Tran is a certified sommelier and owner, did I pronounce that right? Oh, good. And owner of 2 Artisan Wine Depot locations. Local corporations such as Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Netflix, and VMware rely on Christine to host wine tastings. She also works closely with local restaurants Chez TJ, Chef Chu's, Sancoon, and many others to pair wines that perfectly complement their meals. Mountain View Art and Wine Festival and Thursday Night Live serves wines from the Artisan Wine Depot. Christine is an active supporter of the Mountain View community, including local schools, the Mountain View Police Activities League, the Mountain View Central Business Association, and the Old Mountain View Neighborhood Association. She conducts wine and food classes and seminars for both professionals and consumers. Before opening her own wine business, Christine worked in software management. She has experience in wine distribution, corporate wine buying, and strategic development of beverage programs for both retail and restaurant establishments, such as the Straits Restaurant Group. In 2007, Christine opened Artisan Wine Depot in Mountain View. A second location opened in 2011. Christine consults for import companies and boutique wineries and has helped wineries introduce new wines into the marketplace and create brand awareness. She has been the resident wine and food pairing expert for the Asian TV cooking show Kai's Kitchen. Kai's Kitchen? I meant to check before. She studied under the much-honored Master Sommelier Larry Stone and is currently preparing for the prestigious Master Sommelier exam. Today, there are 150 sommeliers who hold the title of Master Sommelier, of which only 14 are women. I think we're looking at number 15. Congratulations.
Next up, outstanding organization, MVLA High School Foundation.
Last night I saw snow falling all around, and every flake reminded me that all of us in harmony can be different but find the middle ground. And I'd like to be the first to say that seeing all you here today makes me better. It makes me bold.
Okay, so apparently we don't buy enough lottery tickets, because remember when the lottery came out, they said that money was going to go to education, right? Well, for whatever reason, that's why foundations like the Mountain View Los Altos High School Foundation exist, because they help raise money that there's a shortage from government. And the Mountain View Los Altos High School Foundation does a just phenomenal job in not only fundraising, but really the things that they provide for the high school district. So, for example, here, the Mountain View Los Altos MVLA High School Foundation raises funds to bridge the funding gap between what taxes cover and program-rich environment that students, colleges, and employers value. They fund programs to enhance and enrich the academic experience of every student in the district. Since 1996, the MVLA High School Foundation has raised nearly $9 million. Yes. And they've accomplished this with only one paid staff member, our executive director, Laura Roberts. Yes. And 24 hardworking volunteer board members.
Who are all here.
They're all here.
Tables 10 and 9.
Yes.
Stand up. They're all
The foundation-funded programs has helped reduce class sizes for freshman English and entry-level math classes. They provide coordinators for tutorial centers, college and career centers. The foundation also recently invested $200,000 in STEM programs. So congratulations to the Mountain View Los Altos High School Foundation on the recognition.
our award for Outstanding New Member is Hacker Dojo. You're welcome. Started in the fall of 2009, Hacker Dojo is a community in Mountain View that shares a common love of creating wonderful things and understanding how the world works. They are a 16,600 square foot community center that is part co-working space and part events venue. They consider themselves to be a modern reinterpretation of a library or a college campus. The dojo is a community space first and foremost. This means that the focus of the layout and activities is to lend itself to be a useful place to throw classes, brainstorm, build things, and just hang out. Hacker Dojo hosts and fosters events of all kinds: lectures, classes, bar camps, dev houses, hackathons, knitting circles, tinkering, brainstorming, testing sessions, co-working, and more. And when I was reading this earlier today, I thought, I'm going to need to go ask them what half of these things are. They enthusiastically welcome visitors to nearly all of their lectures and classes. The depth of the courses range from introductory programming for children in one evening to 8-week courses in machine learning based off the graduate Stanford open source curriculum. Hacker Dojo is home to many budding startups and projects. Pinterest is one of the many startups to have come out of the Hacker Dojo community. Another exciting project born at the dojo is WordLens, an iPhone application that translates text from the camera live on the screen of a phone. While most of the startups are members, they also welcome drop-in visitors who are working on exciting projects. These new startups bring fresh ideas into the space, and the resulting cross-pollination is a benefit to all. Congratulations to Hacker Dojo.
Next up, Outstanding Small Business, StatCom. Okay.
Begin where it ends, and to begin, knock on that door so you can get in, and don't mind the time, forget all that's been. Get lost in the park, find a tree that will last, find a secret path that leads to our house, climb the stairs to the roof, lay flat on your back.
Okay, so Statcom, they provide fire alarm and fire sprinkler services. They've been doing that to the community in the Greater Bay Area for over 20 years. They're a uniquely qualified fire alarm and life safety company that holds licenses and certifications required by the state and the NFPA to test, inspect, and service fire alarm and life safety systems. This allows customers to have a single vendor as opposed to going to multiple vendors for their critical requirements. Statcom's clients include an ever-increasing number of homeowner associations, municipalities, government accounts, commercial residential properties, property management companies, as well as private property owners and investors. So we are very proud to honor Statcom as Outstanding Small Business of the Year. Congratulations.
And our final award, but definitely not least, is for our outstanding large business, Intuit. I would guess that everyone knows the name of Intuit, but if you don't know their name, you definitely know all of their products. Intuit is a leading provider of innovative business and financial management solutions for small businesses, consumers, accounting professionals, and financial institutions. Their flagship products and services include QuickBooks, TurboTax, and Quicken, all which help their customers solve important business and financial management problems, such as running a small business, paying bills, filing income taxes, and managing personal finances. ProSeries and Lacerte are Intuit's leading tax preparation offerings for professional accountants. Their Intuit Financial Services provides digital banking solutions to banks and credit unions that help them make it easier for their customers to manage money and pay bills. Intuit Inc. started in 1983 with Quicken personal finance software, simplifying a common household dilemma, balancing the family's checkbook. Today, they've simplified the business of life for more than 60 million people, with an annual revenue surpassing $4 billion. Their products and services are available in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, India, and Singapore, and the company has approximately 8,500 employees with major offices in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, India, and other locations. But the best is here. Corporate headquarters is in Mountain View. Their mission is to be a premier innovative growth company that improves customers' financial lives so profoundly that they can't imagine going back to the old way. Intuit Products simplifies business life by increasing productivity, improving financial strength, building confidence, and helping customers comply with regulations. Intuit kept up with emerging technology and constantly changing market trends, including adapting the product line, moving from desktop to web and mobile, and going global. Please join me in congratulating Intuit, our outstanding large business.
Okay, we are almost done, but we have obviously a few more raffles, and then some thank yous. So,
and while Oscar's getting the raffles ready, you know, that envelope, we've got staff that'll collect that before you leave tonight. So we want to make that goal on the SOAR scholarship. So fill out your check or credit card information on that form.
okay, so why don't you draw? What it is.
It's a Milk Pail Market gift basket containing cheese from it's cheese that contains many one-of-a-kind items from Italy. And it's 394288.
Say it again.
394288. We have a winner. The next up is a movie night for 4, plus a 2-hour design consultation donated by Harold Remodeling. Oh. And the winner is 394398. 394398. We have a winner. Woo! Next up is a Wine Country gift basket donated by Kim Coffer of Coldwell Banker. And the winner is 394086. 394086. We've got a winner over there. Next up is a car basket. It includes a 33-point safety inspection certificate plus car maintenance supplies, and it's donated by Helmings Auto. And the winner is 394189. 394189. Going once? Do we? Huh? All right. And last, but again, not least, donated by Microsoft, we have Windows 8 Pro plus fun oversized Windows mug, an Arc mouse that's designed for comfort and folds for portability, exclusive Microsoft Silicon Valley t-shirts, water bottle, and a Timbuktu messenger bag. And the winner is 394511. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you to all the businesses that donated. So, obviously, this evening wouldn't be a success without the dedication and support of friends, colleagues, and family who have joined us here tonight. I do want to give a very special thank you to my staff for their professionalism and hard work. And in particular, Katrina, who is the one that organizes all the events. She does a phenomenal job, so thank you very much, Katrina. I also want to thank our Celebration Leaders Committee for planning this wonderful event. Doreen Denise, the committee chair. Carrie Carsons, Allison Hopkins, Kathy Franger, Jenny Rebecca Sicardo, Aaron Grossman, Christine Hagan, and Jen Parade. Thank you, yes.
I want to add two more special thank yous. The first one, because none of this would have happened without the exquisite leadership of Oscar Garcia. And then I don't know if he can come out of the kitchen area, but I also want to thank our wonderful caterer tonight, Jeff Weinberg. And all of the staff that have served us tonight and have helped to prepare the food. So let's all thank all of them as well. And in addition, because we need money to make this event happen, we want to thank our wonderful sponsors for their generosity and their support. Our presenting sponsors for this evening's awards dinner, Microsoft, the Village at San Antonio Center, our Crystal Awards sponsored by Google, our patron sponsors, Santa Clara Valley Water District, Hotel Levante, Synopsis, El Camino Hospital, Lucille Packard Children's Hospital, Recology Mountain View, and Symantec. Our media sponsors, KMVT Community Television. And many, many thanks to our amazing, amazing community businesses who donated items for our silent auction.